Game hasn't loaded yet. Let's get that. There we go. All right. Hey everybody. Welcome back, Ordained Bump and Han. Anyone else who hasn't chatted yet? Second day of streaming the version 300% routing. So today we're going to continue where we left off last time, which is on the skill grind. And we just did athletics just to make sure the infinite level up process works, and it did. So we're going to basically go through each of these minor skills and make sure we know where the person is that provides the training for it. And we're going to see how many of these we can do before we run out of attributes. Because once these all hit 100, we can't level up again. So I'm just going to show you guys the document really quick. So over here, I'm checking these off in green for ones that we've done, and I'm going to just pick all the most tedious ones first and kind of work my way down to the ones that are feasibly farmable and try to figure out which ones we need to actually farm once we hit level, or the highest level with 100 of each attribute. So let's do, all the combat skills are terrible, so I'm probably going to do those, but first let's finish up Mercantile, which we bought training for at the beginning of the route, and then we'll also do Marksman, because these two are, if you've seen the skill grind video, these are not fun to farm at all. So, farming them normally, I mean. So we're going to do the leveling up glitch to do it instead. So the first guy is at the, for Mercantile, is at the Gottschall Inn, which I need to get instructions listed in here. So I guess that's the only spot I mentioned it. Let me do, it's the only result. I just like to get, okay, found east of Brina Cross. Whoever made this map, by the way, I'm sure it was a lot of people, but this map is super useful. Okay, so it's right by Kvatch, or, yeah, no, Skingrad. Okay. So let's add instructions here. Let's make sure it's where we think it is. No, that is Kvatch, my bad. Okay, so yeah, it's going to be west of Kvatch, so I just got to make a note there. 4 a.m. to 12 a.m. And this is actually one of the last people to invest in as well. So we should get the all people invested objective checked off by doing this. And I'm pretty sure it's just the guy in the actual inn. So we go in here. There he is. So we cast a spell that gives us 100 mercantile for like 1 second, and that's long enough that when you talk to him, the game thinks you're high enough mercantile to invest in people. It's one of the only perks in the game you unlock by boosting your skill artificially instead of actually training it up to that. It's kind of weird. So we're going to invest in him, and then we're going to do the infinite level up process until our mercantile hits 100. Right now it's at 25, so it's going to take quite a bit of repetition here. I'm going to see how many people I'm invested in, though, really quick. The store's invested in. Yeah, okay, so I'm at 90. Let me double check how many there are. I'm going to open up the checklist here. There are 94, so there's 4 people that I don't have, and I think it's because I moved objectives around while I was routing, so I'm going to have to test that on the next pass through. Okay, so let's get out of document mode here and just kind of chip away at this. So if anyone has questions about stuff, well, first I'll explain the infinite level up for people who missed it last time. Okay, so the way this works, let me switch back. You make a quick save on any character. You then load, oh, I gotta find the bed save, move it up to my auto saves. You load a save where a character's next to a bed and is high enough level, or high enough in skill ups that they can now level up. So this character is applicable for a level up right now. This is an old version of this character, but it can be a completely unrelated character. Then you sleep in the bed, and as soon as the time changes, you press escape and you load the original quick save, and that character will level up. even if you weren't able to. And then I'm going to be picking the lowest amount of attributes possible for each of these, because as soon as my attributes hit 100, I can't get training anymore from the level up glitch. So I have to, because you're not allowed to level up if your attributes are all maxed out. So I'm just going to be selecting the lowest ones to maximize the amount of training sessions I'm able to get. Then on this file, we're going to use, whoops, wrong tab. Or no, right tab, but too low. So we're going to be taking this Drain Mercantile, 100 points. We're going to cast it and talk to him. And just like the investing thing, this will let us buy training from any trainer, because it'll think that we're a novice, and the cost will also be almost nothing. See, it only goes up by 10 per level that the game thinks you're at. So that's pretty cool. And you can pretty much do this for a really long time, which is exactly what I'm hoping to achieve on this stream today. Hey Roasted Bee, what's up? Okay, so go in the bed, rest here, wait, press escape, load quick save, and now we level up again. And this is way faster than, and I go top to bottom, like just to make it a simpler rule to follow when picking attributes in the guide. So gonna do 5 more of this. That was 5. Yeah, okay, cool. And this can get going pretty fast as well. Do we get to see some sweet document mode action? You bet we do. Between each skill, we're going to see it. We're going to see a lot more of it if I can get all of the skills farmed before I have to go today. So, because there's going to be a part where I have to add in old routing logic because I removed all of the skill farming logic from the route, did the whole route, and now at the end I'm going to be adding in logic where necessary once we run out of training sessions. Yeah, we're level 35 now, and this can go for quite a while. I don't remember what level I got to on the first time I tested this, but it was well above 100. If you want just like a little document mode teaser, this is the overview of today's agenda. So these are all the skills. Green is ones I have done, and the goal is to just do all the ones that we are least likely to want to farm first. So I'm doing, I did athletics, which is awful. I'm doing mercantile, which is awful. Then I'm going to do marksman, which is the worst combat skill by far. Then after that, I plan on doing all the combat skills, because every combat skill's like an hour each, and this only takes like, I don't know exactly how long this takes. I'm actually using this stream itself as a way to also test kind of how long the overall skill grind process is going to take. My estimate is that, so last time the skill grind took us like, I want to say like, it wasn't 12 hours, was it? It was a really long time though. It was the only split that was over 10 hours. Okay, so I'm at level 50 now. Anyway, yeah, so I forgot what I was saying. Oops, wrong menu. Security is one of the ones we're definitely going to manually farm because we have skeleton key, and it requires no extra tools to set up, so that's nice. Sneak, I'm on the fence about sneak, because for people who are familiar with our running jokes on the 100% runs, we have a thing called petting the cat where we do the sneak training on a Khajiit that's asleep. But we did route the cat out because the Adoring Fan turned out to be better for this. But it's like the only part of the game that Sam plays. So by routing out sneak farming, we're negating Sam's only gameplay moment on the stream, which is unfortunate for him. But if it is faster, I gotta do it. So. But yeah, so for people who don't know much about mercantile farming, it's every transaction, regardless of how many of an item you sell out of the stack you sell, that counts as one total like unit of XP for grinding that skill. and Mercantile takes over 20,000 item sales or something ridiculous like that. It is just like the most awful skill to farm manually. So having the ability, we bought training for it in the first 2 runs, but now that we have a way higher cap on the amount of training we'll be able to do, we can get most of the annoying skills knocked out, not just some of the most tedious ones. At the cost of hours of my life spent optimizing some of these skill grinds just being completely negated by this glitch. But that's fine. If it's faster, I don't care. I also have, I'm in a Discord call right now that I started, so some other PRC Live people should be joining at some point here. I just bought. Did I just steal something? No, okay, I thought I stole something by accident. Would have been bad. Okay, now we're going here. Oh, sorry, I forgot to switch off of document mode. Okay, so now we're back to the core gameplay here. Okay. I am curious where those 4 investors went that I missed. I haven't been filling out the checklist as I'm going on this run, but I will be doing it on the next one. But I think I'll try to have someone helping me check things off in the Discord call. Did I buy training? Just to be safe, I'm gonna not count that one and just see if I... Okay, yeah. It's really critical that I don't miss any of these training sessions because it's just the skill grind is the longest split in the game. I have a chart or a spreadsheet that shows all the timing data. If people are curious about that, I might show that in a little bit. I'll look at that comment in 1 second. I just want to make sure I don't forget to do training here. In the latest upload, it seemed like there was a cycle who took turns on the wheel. Will you be running individually or on the keyboard? Yeah, so it really depends. I have to get timing data for version 3. It's definitely not going to be short enough that I can do it on my own, but we may not need, like, you know, a rotation of, like, I think we had 8 total people that all played the game. We might be able to lessen that to, like, a core team of, like, a co-pilot and a pilot, which is the person playing the game and the person checking things off and like doing the instructions to the person while they're playing. You have those 2 people that are like a team, and they have to sleep at some point. So we do 2 people on, and then those people have it's like 3 chunks of 8 hours. So you have 8 hours of playing the game. You have 8 hours of just being there in case the main people like need a brief break to like eat or go to the bathroom or whatever. And then you have 8 hours of sleep. So we could theoretically rotate it with like 6 total people. So like 3 groups of 2 that are like have that 8-hour cycle, and we just have them all rotating. It's quite a task to make sure everyone is available at all those right times with like work schedules and stuff. But yeah, so oh god. That was a close call. Really quick, I need to make sure that Discord didn't auto disconnect me. Oh, it did. Okay, I'm gonna just... One second. Okay. We are loading. We're going back to this. Okay, so we're almost done with Mercantile, and you can see how quick this is. Like, even with me stopping and talking, I think what level are we at? It goes fast though, because like each level of the farming of a combat skill takes as long as like 1 cycle of this, if not way longer towards the end of it. The thing I have to make sure I don't do is what I did last time and accidentally over level everything. The version 2 route was 39 hours. Yeah, we got under 40 hours somehow. We made almost no like execution errors, like at least when I was awake watching it. That's the thing. I haven't actually watched the parts I wasn't awake for. I haven't gone back and like seen how those went. I did have a split that was like a 3 minute long split, where you do like a single quest, and it's right after the Nern route. And I noticed the timing data was like way slow on that split, and I was like, how did we lose like 10 minutes on this split? And I learned that Max and Zane did the Nern route, and they did great on the Nern route, but their shift started at like 2 a.m. So by the time they were done with it, it was like 7 a.m. and they were both like super tired. So they took like a 10-minute break to rest. And that's totally fine. It was just funny because it's like one of the only red splits. Okay, so I bought this training. What level am I at? Oh, gotta wait for this to wear off. 85. Yeah, the Nern route is brutal. I've done it with like I've done it with Mal to test it one time. Fitter and I gathered all of the information to make the book over the course of like one day. Sub 30 might be possible this time. I don't want to like make any big promises because 9 hours is a lot to save, but there is a ton of new improved stuff that makes this both easier to run for the people who aren't as knowledgeable about the game whenever I'm like asleep or not playing, and it also has just like straight time saves like this skill grinding section. Level 46. By the way, unless you're speedrunning this game, do not ever do what I'm doing here to level up a skill specifically, because Oblivion's leveling system will make the game like impossibly strong around you. So like the enemies just scale with your level. So if you keep doing this, but your skills don't get any, like your skills have a cap, and your attributes don't have a cap, but they can only go up so much. You eventually hit a point where everything in the game is so much stronger than you that you just can't really even do anything on, especially on like the normal difficulty. Okay, is that level 100? To wear off? Yes. Okay, so I do a hard save after each one. Oh yeah, as long as we don't miss a gate. So I learned a lot of new stuff about gates, and I have to go back and do it, so I'll explain it more when we get to that part on the next pass through of rerouting all of this. The main thing to know though is that we had no idea exactly why certain gates just like wouldn't show up, and then they would when we come back and stuff. And it turns out I have to do a little bit more testing, but we know a lot better now how gates work. And the main thing is that if you leave a loading zone and come back to one, a gate can appear somewhere you've already checked if it's one of the like 40 ones that are in random locations. So I have to like make notes on the map about all that kind of stuff for next time, because I made a version of the map that's new, but it's got some incorrect info after I did more testing, because I just did like a basic one to get started, so I have to update it again. About that, I'm wondering as well, is there any intrinsic value regarding speedrunning Oblivion to put any point, or maybe maximizing a luck attribute? Wait, let me intrinsic value regarding speedrunning Oblivion to put any... Oh, you're just asking like if putting emphasis on luck matters. That's an interesting thing that I've briefly looked into. The ultimate thing is that attributes largely don't matter in the speedrun context, aside from obviously your speed and then carry weight from strength. Agility prevents you from getting knocked back or staggered, but that one doesn't really happen now that we have a staff that one-shots everything. Luck affects everything, but in a way that I think is too minute to be worth farming, because you have to do permanent enchanting to get your luck raised significantly. I think if luck caps at 100, we might be able to like enchant like rings and robes to wear or something and see what that does. But I mean, I can look really quick on the UESP about it. Which is where I get... Oh, I typed in lock. Whoops. So this isn't technically document mode, but it is research mode, I guess. All right, so luck governs no skills directly. It had something weird that was useful, but I don't remember. Someone on our Discord sent me a thing that I didn't know, which is that personality, which is like the least useful attribute in the game, even in casual play. Um, if you get it up to like 400 or some like ridiculous amount, even like creatures will stop attacking you because they like you too much. Certain creatures, like rats and like some lower level stuff. Higher level stuff will still attack you, but it got to a point where any NPC, even like a necromancer or like any of the like hostile bandits and stuff, just like straight up wouldn't hurt you because they like you too much and stuff like that. It's really funny. But to get our personality to 400 to avoid needing to do combat is like, it would take so much longer than just one-shotting everything with the staff. Anyway, okay, so skills increased by 40% of how many points of luck you have over 40 for player with 60 influence skills. Okay, so it makes your skills better is the main thing. These boosts do not grant skill perks. Okay, so that's unfortunate. Luck increasing your armor skill to master above is an exception. Okay, we use a spell though for that, so that doesn't actually help us. If luck brings your armor to master, repair. Yeah, okay, that's part of the same thing. Fortifying luck past 100 continues to raise the modified skill values. However, the modified skill value is constrained in the game's calculations from 0 to 100. Okay, so it caps at 100 no matter how high your luck is. I guess, okay, so the question to consider there is, do our skills matter that much? And I want to say luck would technically make us move faster if it's increasing our athletics. So that's interesting. I could look into that, but the 5 points of luck that I would be putting in to this would, I have to look at the movement formula, but that would, I think 5 points of luck would be like half of 5 points of speed, because athletics is like a small percent increase in movement speed each time. Like 5 athletics is not that much faster compared to just raw speed. Let me look at what other skills it might be. I didn't know luck only affects skills. I thought it did a few other things, but like the game's so vague about it, and I haven't looked into it a whole ton. It would make our magic casting cheaper, which doesn't matter. We don't cast hardly anything that actually uses magicka other than like one magicka per farm. We don't want to jump higher, so luck increasing acrobatics kind of isn't good. We don't use any of the other skills except for, I guess, lock picking. It would make our lock picking RNG like a little better, but even with that, permakey negates like the majority of that. Yeah, I don't see. Okay, I'm gonna rule that out. It sounds like from looking at this really quick, luck doesn't do anything other than skill increases, and it might do more. I can look into it a little bit more, but that doesn't seem like a significant enough increase to me to be worth doing perma enchanting, because perma enchanting is like 8 menuing actions per cycle, and it takes forever like to do even the amount we already do to get permanent speed boosts. So to add more to it would make that split even worse in terms of like how tedious it is. I think that's all. The other thing that's interesting about the UASP is, as great as it is, there's a lot of discussion where people like doubt each other all the time in these threads. It's kind of fun to read through sometimes. But yeah, so okay, so yeah, luck. It's definitely worth looking into stuff like this. But I don't think in this case it'll be super useful. Yeah, thanks for mentioning that idea. It's worth looking into everything. So, okay, so I just finished Mercantile, which was, so I'm gonna make that green because I got that. Oh, now we're in document mode. Woo. Okay, so now we're gonna do Marksman, and this one's interesting. I could route this to be done because we have to talk to Panaris for 2 other things. I could save those till, yeah, that's a V4 thing. I'll do that another time. This one already has enough new logic. Okay, so we're doing Marksman. Panaris Inventius's house, which I know where that is already. I don't need to look at the instructions. Back to gameplay mode. So we're going here. Don't you have to check them all every time? All the gate locations? Yeah, okay, so I said I would talk about this later, but I'll do a really brief summary of how this works. I gotta show the map I made, or well, I modified technically. Okay, so this is a map. This is the map, and we're gonna update it. But a brief summary. The USP people figured out that there are very specific gates that are always there every time you play through the game. So as soon as you finish the first half of the main quest up through Dagon Shrine, these pink circled locations and the red ones will always appear in those spots 100% of the time. So the good news is there's less random gates than we originally thought. But there's a ton of gates that are random that we have to check, and we're just going to check every location once, because the way we do this is we go from bottom to top and then top to bottom. We kind of snake up and down through the whole thing, finding all these locations. We go through all of that, and at the end, if we have any gates left over, which there'll probably be like 1 or 2, I had 4 on the run I did on my own, and that was really bad RNG, if I had to guess, because we haven't normally missed more than like 1. So you go back through and you just check a location that's really easy to check. So you fast travel to all the ones that are near things, and we're going to mark which ones did not have a gate at them as we go through, like in paint. We're going to draw on the map and stuff, and then check all those locations in order again and just cycle through it. I'm going to test if we can quick save and check a location over and over to force it to spawn without having to come back another time, but we'll get there when we get there. But yeah, that's how we check all the gates. We just snake through this whole map, and the pink ones are guaranteed. And I found a way to actually prove the pink ones are guaranteed, because they were all arguing in the discussion about like you just have like statistical bias because you tested it once and you checked all those locations first, so they're more likely to show up, and that's all true if that was how if those truly were random. But if you do the toggle map markers console command after finishing Dagon Shrine, only the circled gate locations show up. That means the game already knows they're there before you've checked any of them. If you've never explored the map, those locations will show up with the console command. So that's how you know that these are guaranteed. So that, anyway, that's a quick little preview of how gates are going to go. Let me go back to game mode, and we're going to Panaris Inventius's house. Which, okay, I said I knew where it was and then I went past it. It's right here. So he trains marksman. So we need to get the marksman draining spell. And let's see if he offers training at this hour. He does. Good. So we're going to do our quick save. We're going to load. I got to save a copy of the bed up at the top, actually. Because every time we change locations, it moves the thing. So I'm going to make a save for this really quick. And then I guess I could just do the glitch straight away. Okay, now we're level 48. And we're at, what's our marksman at? It should be pretty low, like 25 or something. 12. It's really low. Okay. Okay, so what did I already? Oh yeah, I already did that. Okay. So we're gonna do this. I really wish there was a way to mess with the UI, like to input this a lot quicker. Cause like having to, the worst things about grinding are like the UI movement, like when there's like mouse movement based things instead of just button spamming. But I don't think there's any way to, like, you can't do tab, or I know you can do arrow keys like this to select stuff and enter, but then when you get to this screen you have to do this, which means you would have to click training, press up, enter, click. I guess you could do it like this. That's faster. Yeah, okay. And then probably just manually close. Okay, I'm gonna try that and see if that speeds things up a little bit. Load the quick save. And you can see like already we're in like the 70s for some of these skills, so it caps out a lot faster than you would think with how truly infinite this feels at first. Okay, so I click and then I press up twice and then left, enter. I guess I could just set it up once just to get it to work like that. Although, yeah, I don't know. I'd have to get like practiced at it, which I guess that's what this part is kind of for, so might as well give it a shot. almost attacked it by left clicking. Yeah, this menuing's a little clunky actually. It's good once it gets set up, but the amount of time it takes to like get it set up is annoying. I can still try it though. Okay. Okay, so it's up, up, left, enter. Okay, I want to see how fast I can input that next time. Up, up, left, enter. Okay, so we quick save, load the bed. I mean, you guys get it. I don't know if I need to narrate this. So it's up, up, left, enter. After the cast. Oh, then, yeah, that's pretty fast. Oh god, you have to move. Look, I'm clicking. Like, I don't know if you can, I don't know if my noise gate closes off the clicking sound, but oh no, it gets it. So I'm clicking, but you have to slightly move the mouse before it works. That actually makes it awful. But yeah, so this stream has been active for 30 minutes, and we've done. If I hadn't been talking, we would be done with at least 2 skills. So 30 minutes, like 15 minutes per skill is like on par with how fast it takes, or how long it takes to grind even the fastest skills manually, which is really good. So this is good to get some of this timing data sort of figured out here. I have a timer as well that I could pop up at some point. But I'm probably going to only time stuff once I have the route like basically finalized. And the routing is just to get a rough idea for scheduling each pilot and co-pilot. Yeah, I mean, me clicking this back and forth is about as fast as if I did all the hotkey, or not hotkey, but like all the arrow key business. Okay, let me do that. Did I quick save? Okay. But yeah, we're definitely gonna need we're gonna need some sort of like entertainment thing going on during this part. Oh, I got Discord notifications. I hope I didn't miss someone calling. Oh, here, let me get Finn in here. Oh no, it's been like 20 minutes. Hello? Sorry, I forgot Discord doesn't notify me when I'm live. So, yeah, my bad. It's been like 20 minutes. Okay, but yeah, I'm doing. I don't. Were you watching the stream? Okay, so you already know kind of like what's up for this one. Sweet. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of that for a while. So. Yeah, sorry, what was I talking about right before that? Steamy Man. Oh yeah, so like finding ways to pad out time for entertainment during this really skill grindy, like repetitive section. Because at this point, the gameplay is like really unimportant. You know, it's gonna be more just like a hangout time and like a break for everyone but me, who's inevitably gonna be the one that has to do all the clicking. So maybe we could queue up. Oh, I know what we could do. We could do a thing where like every time the game crashes, or like some sort of like situation where we have a few things that cause it, we bank a bunch of wheel spins that happen during the skill grind without donation or something. That might be kind of cool. Can't hear the Discord person. Oh, hey Finn, can you talk? Yeah, I turned you up. I think it was. I think I had Discord quiet from when I was offline or something. There we go. Can you guys hear Finn better now? Sweet. I'll take your word for it. Nope. Wait, what? Can't hear Discord. Why would that be? Oh, I have a network error. Yeah, I think my internet's down. Are you guys getting the stream? Oh no, something's going wrong here. Oh, just no Discord. Okay, hold up. I gotta figure that out really quick. Maybe that's like a weird. Uh, okay, you guys can hear Oblivion though, right? Like you can hear the Oblivion music. Last stream, yeah. I don't know what's up with that. If you guys can hear the desktop audio of the game, then that's gonna be a little. That's good, but that's no game sound. Oh, my desktop audio is like totally messed up. I'm getting levels on my desktop audio is the main thing. Huh. Okay, yeah, there's definitely supposed to be audio from the game. Let me make sure it didn't like change my. I hope I can do this without having to restart the stream. Desktop audio. Huh. I'm gonna do. Okay, what about now? I'm gonna just fire this thing. Hmm. I had this same issue before I updated OBS, and I thought updating it fixed it because I could hear it. Okay, I'm gonna add a. Okay, let me. I gotta hide a few things. This desktop audio here, does this do anything? No? Yeah, I don't know why this would be doing this. Anyone in chat knows anything about OBS, let me know. Because I've had issues with this and I've looked into it before. But to no avail. It just like fixed it one time when I. Oh, that's that's me googling it. Okay. I don't know. Have you use OBS, Finn? Do you know what might be causing this? Yeah, it's I have it set to be. So one of the fixes someone proposed online one time was desktop audio be set to default and audio 2 be set to the speakers, which is my interface. But I had it set that the interface was like the only output. Yes. I don't know if I can make a loopback channel. What up, J Brand? Sorry, what? No, it's a Scarlet Focusrite. The solo, the cheap bad one. Which might be part of the problem. Mm-hmm. No, it's an older one. The Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out audio stuff another time. I think I don't. It really sucks though, because it says I'm getting levels for it on here, which makes me think it's working, and that's what it looked like last time when it was working. But then I'll try monitoring. Yeah, sorry about the technical difficulties. Although viewership went up, the more things went wrong with the audio. So okay, I'm gonna do monitor and output. Okay, can you say something? Do people hear Finn? Finn is Finn is currently talking, and also I set it to monitor and output, so it should. Are the people saying no muted on the player? No, I'm joking. Uh, have you had this problem, Javern? I know you do OBS. It's like desktop audio levels show up on the meters, but there is no output for it. Is it muted? No. I mean, it should just be taking all of my audio from my computer and pushing it to the stream. Like that's how the desktop capture works in theory. I don't know. Should I try like just rebooting the stream because I've like it? I don't know. This might work. I have them all set to the track one, which is what you're supposed to do. I have the desktop audio routed. Uh, check my audio settings. Yeah, there's something I might have to look into some sort of like external software that I can route everything to and route that to the stream because that would be more functional than just the straight desktop audio. Because there's programs that like take all of your individual applications as audio sources and like spit it out as like one thing, right? Or as like a mixer. Hmm. Well, I'll have to figure out how to fix this later. Unfortunately, the weird thing is, okay, so I have a question. Can you guys hear? I'm gonna do a fake follow test on Streamlabs. When I started the stream, or right before I started the stream, I recorded this to test desktop audio, and it did come through. Can you hear this? Because I was able to hear the sound effect for the follow earlier. So if something's not working, I might just have to restart OBS. Okay, yeah, okay. I'm gonna just hang tight, guys. I'm gonna close everything and reopen it and see if that fixes it. Sorry about this. I'm gonna stop the stream and restart it in like a minute. So stay tuned.